Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the people out there. It's nice to see you all again in this video. Today we are going to cover a most important topic called VPC. First, what is VPC? Let me come up with an expansion of VPC. So VPC is nothing but virtual private cloud. What is VPC? And what is VPC in AWS? Um, in short, in simple, VPC is like creating your own virtual private cloud. Okay, it's like creating your own uh, cloud within AWS. So that is a gist, but I will going forward. You can understand what VPC is about and what are all the components included in VPC. Okay, so this is my AWS management console, and I'm going to click on VPC. Okay, so these are the main first four things are the main components of VPC. One is the entire VPC which we are talking about, and second one is subnet, third one is route table, and fourth one is internet gateway. Going forward, I will explain all these things. So let's jump in and directly create a VPC. Go to this VPC, and so there will be a default VPC provided by Amazon, but the best practice is not to use this default VPC, but we have to go ahead and create our own VPC. In order to create that, click on this create VPC option, and it will ask for a name. Give institute cloud PC, any cider block you want. So I'm just going with 0/. Okay. So this will ask whether we need any IPv6 address. No, I'm okay with IPv4. Tenancy default and dedicated in the sense like, do you want a separate dedicated network for your VPC, or you are okay with yeah, Amazon's default network? So I'm fine with my Amazon's thing. So tags are nothing but whatever tags you can give, it is fine. Once you're done, you can click on create VPC. So my VPC is created. So this is my VPC ID. So this is not my default, as I told you earlier. So we have a default VPC, and this is one which we created. So I have created a VPC. I can explain you clearly with a diagram. Okay. So VPC you can consider like a house. Okay. You are in a house. You are in a house. Okay. So this is your VPC. Consider your house as a VPC. Okay. Now we have constructed our house. So next thing is like subnet. So next thing what you have to create is a subnet. You can click on subnet. Okay. So these are all Amazon's default VPC subnet. Okay. I'm going to create a subnet, and once I click on this, like if you see, you will, so it is a default one. I'm not going with the default. I need to create a subnet for my own VPC. Click on this subnet name. It will be asking for a subnet name. You can give subnet one. Okay, availability zone, you can choose whatever availability zone you need. So in my VPC, I have okay, sorry, in my VPC is hosted on North Virginia region, and my region has 1 2 3 4 5 6 VPC, six availability zones. So I'm just going to select a one. Okay, so for the cider block, what I'm doing is I'm just selecting one cider block dot 0.0.0/24. Okay, so this is the side block I'm starting, and click on create subnet. My subnet is created. Okay, so my subnet side block is 10.0.1.0/24. I'm going to create a new subnet just for the illustrative purpose. I'm going to create another one. So I'm just starting same VPC, and the subnet is subnet 2. Okay, availability zone, I'm just starting another availability zone. Tags are same, fine. Here 10.0.0 2.0/24. Okay. Yeah. Create subnet. Subnet is created. Next thing is like I'm going to create internet gateway. So I'm having subnet 1 and subnet 2, which are my own VPCs. So I'm going to create an internet gateway. So subnet 1, subnet is created. So what I can add it here is consider subnets as rooms. Okay, consider I have one room here, another room here, another room here, and another room here. Okay, these are all subnets. Okay, now I'm going to create an internet gateway. This belongs to default, so I'm going to click on create internet gateway. Internet gateway. So internet gateway is nothing but mm, a kind of source which allows our internal traffic, I mean our VPC's traffic, to go to the external traffic. Okay, so I will tell you. Okay, my internet gateway has been created. Internet gateway can be of like this. So internet gateway is nothing but a door. Like if you want to go to the outside network, you should go via your door only. Okay, now at the last I'm going to create a route table for my VPC. Here I need to show you one. Whenever you create your VPC, you will get a default route table. Okay, so if you click on it, you will see what are all the subnets associated with it. Here you have two subnets. By default, all the subnets within a VPC or will be able to communicate. Okay, but here what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do is one subnet will be public and one another subnet will be private. Okay. What is public and private subnet is like public subnet will be able to reach the internet gateway, whereas private subnet will not be able to reach the internet gateway. So I will show you how this reaching and routing things are working. So at last, I'm going to create a route table. Okay. So what I'm trying to do, I'm going to create a route table. So subnet 1 RT. So this is my VPC, and click on create route table. So one route table is created. Now I'm going to create another route table for another subnet. Okay, route tables, create route table. RT. Create route table. Okay, so to make sure this subnet 1 and subnet 2. Okay, subnet 1 should have access to internet gateway. Okay, so what I'm doing, route tables. Okay, I'm going to search subnet 1 route table, subnet associations, and I'm going to remove. Okay, I'm going to remove subnet 2. Sorry, save associations. So now if you see, like you will be able to see only one subnet association here. See, this is not associated with any of the route table. So I'm going to associate to another route table. So what I'm doing second route table and subnet associations and delete subnet association, and I'm going to add the second one. Okay, now since I told you S1 should have access to internet gateway, whereas S2 should not have access to internet gateway. So in order to make sure S1 has internet gateway, I'm going to add it in the route table. Okay, routes, edit route 000 internet gateway. Once again, internet gateway. Okay, so it is detached, right? So what you have to do, you have to click on this internet gateway, click on actions, attach to VPC. So you have to attach your to your VPC. So I'm doing is I'm doing an attached internet, so, gateway. So internet gateway is attached now. So if I go to the route table, and if I go to subnet one route table and routes, and if I click on edit route, add route 0 internet gateway, yeah, now it is showing. Click on save change. Now this is public. Okay, public means the route table, public means the route table must have access to the internet gateway. If it's a private subnet, if it is a private subnet, those private subnets should not have access to the internet gateway. So this is how we are trying to create a VPC subnet, route table, and internet gateway. I hope this clearly shows you what are all the components associated. One more thing, what is route table in the sense, like route table is not only for adding routes to your internet gateway. You can add routes to access another instance as well. You can add many routes to your route tables. And one more thing to point out is VPC by default does not have any connections with another VPC. Okay, in order to communicate between two VPCs, you have to do a VPC peering that I will show you in the next video. So I hope this video gives a clear explanation on what is VPC, subnet, private route tables, and internet gateway. If you are finding any difficulty, or if you are finding any issues, please let us know. And thanks for your time. If you find this video helpful, please do support us. Thank you.